Was his name Vincenzo? What does Vincenzo mean?
Girl, I don't know.
Well, you knew so much about it. I thought maybe you would know. You spoiled the Godfather series. Stop! God! Welcome to Binge or Cringe. I'm Melissa.
I'm Andrea.
And there's so many K-dramas to watch, but just not enough time. So we're here to help you figure out what you should keep watching or stop watching.
Yes, like she said, there's so many. Literally, today, at least one show premiered on Netflix. Maybe should we say Netflix?
We can bleep it out.
Okay. There are lots of shows that are coming on streaming platforms.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But we're not watching anything romantic today.
Yeah, it's not primarily from what we've heard. We are blind reacting to this. So what are we reacting to, first of all?
If I can say it correctly, Vincenzo.
We had our insecurities about this. Vincenzo, a lot of hype around it. We're reacting to it today. We haven't seen it, but we're excited to. I have to say that there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype. And I'm not convinced it's going to live up to the hype.
That's fair.
What about you?
That's fair. When it came out, I was just finishing Descendants of the Sun. I don't care what anybody says. That is iconic.
It's iconic.
It's a K-drama must. It was cringe, but there are just some stories that are worth the cringe because of how sweeping it is. Like, it's dramatic, and you can kind of bear with the little
hot military
moments.
men.
Yeah,
there are a lot of reasons to keep watching.
That show was really about the main lead and the female.
It was
lead.
romance,
like
pure romance. Everything else was side plot, and everything else was just plot devices. That ending, if you haven't seen it, I won't say anything.
Right.
But that ending.
And that had Song Joong-ki. I was finishing that, and then Vincenzo came out, and I was like, oh, okay. And I wasn't initially super drawn to it because I don't like action a whole lot. Like, I'll watch it, but I'm not fond of it.
Yeah. And I know who the villain is. I found out by accident. I'm not going to tell you, but I was pretty upset. So but you're excited for this more than I am.
I am, because I think I've seen people that I follow on Instagram really liking it and having liked it.
It has a lot of buzz around it still, where it's just like everybody liked it. I didn't hear anyone say anything bad about it. I'd like to be the first person to say something bad about it.
Of course. So I guess I tend to like very cringy shows. I think mid cringe. I can, and I really enjoy it. I really like
cringe. It's like, how do you like your steak? Rare meat, like your medium rare cringe.
Yeah.
Okay, so Andrea, you know more about Vincenzo than I do.
Yes.
Because I have been avoiding it because of this. I don't like to know anything about dramas before.
Yeah. So I started it months ago.
How dare you?
But I lost interest, which often happens. And then I come back to it.
She's a skip watcher, which is, she's notorious for skipping through shows.
But I really don't like disloyal people who will watch episodes without you.
Who's that?
So this show is a Korean man is raised outside of South Korea in Italy by the Italian mafia, and now returns to, I guess, expand their mafia empire in South Korea.
So after we watch it, we're going to decide, is it cringe or is it binge? So are we going to keep watching it? Would we watch episode 2, or would we just leave it here? And please don't forget, if you enjoy this, to subscribe. If you want to see more, you can comment with anything that you'd like us to watch and react to. If you don't want to watch alone, if you want someone else's input, comment below what shows we should watch. We'll watch them together. We'll let you know what we think. All right? You ready?
Yeah.
Episode 1. Let's go. I always watch the intro the first time. I skip it every other time, but I have to get the feeling.
I don't. Here he is.
Here we go. What's troubling you? Is his name Vincenzo? What does Vincenzo mean?
Girl, I don't know.
Well, you knew so much about it. I thought maybe you would know.
Consiglieri! Okay, hold on.
His name is Vincenzo Casano.
Have you watched The Godfather?
No.
I made myself watch it during college. Consiglieri is basically the liaison. They're kind of the chief. Cool. And in the Godfather series, not to spoil or anything, but by the end of the movie, he doesn't want to be in the family business. But by the end of the movie, it's like the second in command.
Cool. It's a long explanation to say second in command. You spoiled the Godfather series. Whoa. Whoa. And then we're back. I don't know anything about cinematography, but it looks fantastic. I was there like 3 months ago. Maybe right there.
I'm sorry, I gotta hear it again.
I don't know how to speak Italian, but it sounds cool.
He is beauty, he is grace. They're definitely wanting to be more cinematographic. Is that even a word?
Cinematographic? I don't know.
Cinematic.
Cinematic might be. First episodes are hard to gauge. Because they're often very different from the rest of the series. Somebody died. Who's dead? Nobody's there.
So
joke's on you.
Y'all,
it's pretty.
As much as I don't like actually like fighting scenes in Korean dramas.
I have never seen somebody sweat blood, but it seems fake, like the color. It seems very bright.
Yeah. We need a doctor to speak on this.
Blow it up. Somebody's setting this up, because that's perfect. Even for a K-drama.
I love main characters who are too smart.
I like it until it's unrealistic, because sometimes it's unrealistic.
This is the difference. It's just like, realistically. I'm like, no, let them be the hero always.
This is not a coincidence. Oi! Thought he was gonna dance. Ew, what is that?
He grabbed his trachea.
Yeah, not even the whole throat. It's just like, they just wanted to show him soapy and shirtless.
These flickering lights. Oh, I hate it.
This doesn't seem like a jump scare type of show. I just get spooked very easily. Stop! God! Please. This
is so weird. So, our camera stopped working. And
we didn't stop working. We ran out of memory.
So we didn't get to share our reaction
to Vincenzo.
So what did you think, Melissa?
So, for coming into it, kind of, I wouldn't say negatively, just not as excited. I was pleasantly surprised. I did like it. It was different from what I expected it to be. The vibe was different. It was a lot more lighthearted. So on a scale from binge to cringe, so cringe being the worst, like I'm never going to watch this again, I cannot continue, to binge, which is I can't wait, and we're starting episode 2 right now, I would give it like a 3.5. So, liked it, not crazy about it. Maybe we'll watch the rest of it. Who knows?
I liked how it set it up, because I was not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
It sets you up to think that it's like a very James Bond, suave. So on a scale of binge to cringe, I would put it more closer to binge. I would watch it when I have absolutely nothing left to watch that I really want to watch.
Like bottom of your list.
At the bottom of my list. Not because it's bad, but because
your list has some great shows
that are more in my genre.
But I think that the shots were really interesting. Prettily filmed drama, which is refreshing. I'm
interested to see how well it will carry its tone that it's set in the first episode.
Usually you get 8 episodes of lighthearted, and then the last 8 are just like they wreck you. Liked it. Not binge worthy to me. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for our first episode of Binge or Cringe. We hope that this was helpful for you for deciding which drama to watch. If you want to continue Vincenzo, if you liked it and you binged it, let us know. But also, what other dramas are you interested in watching? What's on your list? What do you want to see us react to, and maybe help you decide whether you should watch it or just ditch it out. Because that's okay. So we will see you next time on Binge or Cringe.
Yeah.
There's too much time. Or not enough time.
No,
there's not enough time.
Too much.
Too many dramas. There are too many dramas and
not
too
enough
little
time.
That took us a lot of time to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.